I was introduced to computer and video games at a very young age because the doctors diagnosed me with low muscle tone. They told my parents that, his hands are too weak to pick up a pencil, his mouth is too weak to talk. A computer may be the only way to communicate. So I had a computer in the house since I was like 3 years old, and I played entertainment games before moving on to actual video games. Obviously, I've since recovered from the low muscle tone, but it still introduced me to video games, and because of that, I firmly believe that computer and video games can be used as a way to help people overcome physical and mental handicaps. My design philosophy is essentially games should be challenging but not frustrating. If a game is too frustrating, it just stops being fun to play. And that's definitely not what we want. The point of a game is to have fun. Finding the right balance is the tricky part, but the way I see it, it comes in how the challenge is presented. If you're just like, okay, here's a brick wall or some super tough enemy with no warning, no hint, to just like have fun, no, that's not going to end well. But if you present the player with a challenge, with hints or suggestions on how to overcome it, and they think about it and they're able to come up with a solution that they then are able to implement to overcome the challenge, they feel a sense of accomplishment. They have fun because it was something they overcame, and it was never at any time frustrating. As a designer, I believe in the importance of basically trying to learn as much about everything that you can. Design, mechanics, story, world building, all these inspirations can come from anywhere. So having a firm grasp on anything that could possibly be an inspiration, I believe, is key to being a good designer. Secondly, another obvious key to being a good designer is playing games. I mean, yes, you're usually busy, so you don't always have a lot of time, but you should play all the good games and all the horrible games. Because it's not only important to understand what makes a good game good from a design standpoint, but why bad games fail so hard. What was it that made them bad? Because just saying that they're bad isn't a good enough explanation. You need to understand why they're bad so you can learn to avoid it in the future.